You're watching the Highlight Zone with Wayne 15 Sports Director Glenn Marini. Local sports coverage you can count on.
Ooh, baby, baby.
We know what happened week 2 last year, trying to just get redemption.
We've done it before. It's not impossible. We can do it again this year.
Just playing with a swagger. That's a mentality that can't nobody score on us. The most physical defense in the SAC.
This is the biggest game of the year in our opinion. Prepping for this game big time. We want to come out with the dub.
Impose our will on the team, and I think we got the W.
We was like, it's on the Carroll because it's going to be strictly business, and we just had to work for it.
Yeah, the big question tonight is, would it be a case of deja vu? Week 2 last season, Carroll handing Snider its worst loss in SEC play in the last 34 years. Chargers looking for a repeat, Snider looking for redemption. Andy McDonald kicks off our coverage of Week 2 with your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Andy.
Hey, thank you, Glenn. 93-0. That was the combined score of Carroll and Snider's games last week. The Chargers shutting out Lures, Snider scalding Northside. But the score that really matters, a 38-14 win by the Chargers over this Panther squad at this time last year. Carroll at Snider. It's your Highlight Zone Game of the Week. Russ Bush Day for Snider. Also, Jesse Bates on hand, the current Bengal safety, making an appearance before that NFL season gets going. Jeff Becker early on to Leighton Mitchell for the score in the back of the end zone, 7-0. Then you'll see John Barnes Jr. finds over to Alonzo. Derek were knotted at 7 at the half. Early in the second half, third quarter, it's an alley-oop. Barnes Jr. up top to the basketball man himself. Dylan Duff rumbles on into the end zone. 14-7 Panthers. But here comes that combination once more. Jeff Becker scrambling around. This kid can play up top to Leighton Mitchell. Becker had 250 yards through the air, 76 on the ground. 14-14. Late in the third quarter on the handoff. It's Chance Collier. He'll go the distance up the middle for the Panthers to take the lead. But wait. There's a flag on the play, a block in the back, and head coach Kurt Tippmann beside himself. It's 14-14 into the fourth, and they regain it. Barnes Jr. over to Jermaine Wells, his third TD strike on the night. The extra point good, 21-14. Less than 4 to play. Becker, who else? Mitchell, 21-20. They need the extra point to tie it up, and you hate to see it come down to this, but Reese Thomas, the Snider Panther, gets a hand on the point after. Snider would get the kickoff, and they'd run out the clock to win this one in a close one, 21-20, the final.
I mean, we knew coming into the game that they're going to be hard. They know they can be a great team. They know they can be hard-nosed. So they came out and they punched us in the mouth, but we were ready for that too, and we punched them right back.
Last year was big. We got punched in the mouth thinking we were going to win every game. We got punched in the mouth, and it really set us back, but it helped us. It boosted us, and this year we didn't want to get punched in the mouth. We came out ready. We punched them in the mouth.
It was a one-man show, and they put a lot on his shoulders, and I think that's hard when you don't know that that's kind of the plan, but I guarantee he's sore tonight. And he played a whale of a game, and he's going to be a good quarterback. Well, there are going to be some battles over the next 3 years.
Oh, yes, there will. Carroll at Northside next week, while Snider travel to Concordia. Glenn, back to you.
All right, thank you, Andy. Dwenger fans have been eagerly anticipating this opening night for Shields Field. The Saints marching onto their own field instead of having to make that short drive over to Zona. The answer to the Trivial Pursuit question in the future, who scored the first touchdown in Shields Field? The answer is Devin Tippmann, old number 25 on the 25th season of the Highlight Zone. Dwenger up early, and they would score often. This is the second quarter now. Brendan Lytle to Michael Lito Jr. He got his wheels from his mom. We all know that. It's a touchdown, 14-0 Saints. Second quarter, still, it's more Tippmann finding the end zone again, and Dwenger up 22-0. They would add to it. Lytle looking. He finds Griffin Eifert. His brother-in-law is Nick Martin of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not sure if there's any more athleticism in the family, but he's pretty good. 36-0. Dwenger christens its new stadium with a victory over Northside.
It was great, We've been looking forward to this for a long time, playing the first varsity game here. And just to get everyone out here and win the first game, it means everything.
It's special for our kids, special for our families, some of the coaches that have been around and just all the alumni. So couldn't be happier for everybody, and we're so thankful for everybody that helped make it happen.
Couple of high-powered offenses at Walters Stadium. Concordia put up 41 last week. Homestead 43. We're midway through the first quarter before the first strike, and it's Luke Goody to Griffin Little. They're going to love him at Bowling Green. Ziggy. It's a 3-yard touchdown catch to make it 7-zip Spartans. More Homestead, more Goody. This time to senior Jake Archbold. He's had a great start to the season, has Archbold, an 8-yard score. Homestead up 14-0, and you've seen him do it in the air. How about they do it on the ground? Braden Hardwick, hardly touched. He scoots 53 yards for the touchdown. Homestead leads 21-0, and the Spartans move to 2-0 on the season with a 35-6 win over the Cadets. Both Wayne and Lewis got off to slow starts this season, but the Generals and Knights looking to pick up the pace as they were ready to rock at Lewis Field. Christian Fly taking over for Norman Kanapke this season. He's got some wheels. It's a 2-yard touchdown, and Lures up 7-zip after the first drive of the game. Wayne takes possession, and they take over with Keyshawn Fields. Limited to right about 40 yards last week by Bishop Dwenger. He picks up 46 yards here. It's a touchdown to the house, but the PAT was blocked, and Lures still leads 7-6. Kyle Lindsay hoping that wouldn't happen again. Carter Drake hit his money, 42 yards on a field goal, and Lures takes a 10-6 lead. Then watch this. The kid's name is C.J. Hale, and watch him stick the guy right there at the goal line for the touchdown. A great truck by C.J. Hale, and Lures wins a tight one over Wayne at Lures Field, 29-26. Our last stop tonight in the SAC, Northrop and Southside. Roosevelt Norfleet in his 6th season leading the Archers. Southside led 8-6 at the half, and here it's Southside recovering the fumble, and good return right here. Fumbles were a big part of this game. Southside in the first quarter returned 100 yards for a touchdown. That's why they were up 8-6. Later in the third, turnabout, fair play. Ball pops out to Noah Ridley. We've seen him on the highlight zone dunking it for the Bruins. He picks up the fumble. Ball to the Bruins. In the fourth, Northrop attempting a field goal to take the lead, but it's blocked by Southside. However, the Bruins do score in the fourth quarter to win this thing by a final of 14-8 over the Archers. Well, that is a wrap for the SAC, but some of the biggest games tonight actually came outside the city as schools got their final tune-up before conference play. After a rare regular season loss, Angola looking to bounce back against Peyton Wall and Leo. We got county rivalry games as DeKalb duels with Garrett while Belmont travels south to square off with South Adams, and trips to East Noble, Huntington North, Columbia City, Heritage, Eastside Bluffton, and West Noble. We're talking a full 10 games coming your way next in the Zone.
All right, guys, don't get off your couches. More highlights up next.
And what Brother Nation is all about, by the way you play and the way you lift each other up. Be relentless. What's the most important play? Next play. What's the most important play? Next play.
Oh, Bob Prescott is in his 23rd year as a head football coach, but he's in his first season at Huntington North. You can see more on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock in our Highlight Zone 2-minute drill. As for Angola, last week the Hornets stung for their first loss in the regular season since 2016. Andy Thomas and company looking to bounce back and trying to do it against a Leo team that pushed a shutout against Woodland last Friday night. And you know what? One of the reasons they looked so good against Woodland was Peyton Wall. He had 251 yards last week. Tonight, just a few less, 183 yards and 4 touchdowns for Wall, and that put Leo up 33-0 in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, it's when Angola starts to get going. Antonio Luevanos, he had 304 yards of total offense last week. He picks up the touchdown there. That gets Angola on the board. You're going to see more from Angola. It's Lincoln Schreiber with a touchdown here for the Hornets, but this one was mostly Leo. 33-13, the Lions over the Hornets.
Surprised, not really surprised, but astonished kind of. We coming out here, we thought we knew it was going to be a close game. And then thinking to ourselves, if our line did our job, we would go off. And that's basically what happened tonight.
Past 2 seasons, really, they've been one of the best programs in the area. So to get out here with a win against a quality opponent is a real nice thing for our kids. We're proud of them. They played really well tonight.
Peyton Wall, what a season he's already having. Hey, County bragging rights on the line at Memorial Field. Garrett and DeKalb. First quarter action, Evan Eschbach. The transfer from Wallace, he drops it right into Easton Rhodes. And Rhodes, we don't need any stinking Rhodes. He goes in 7-0 DeKalb in the lead. Garrett's Jonathan Badger just muscles his way into the end zone, and we're tied at 7-all. How about DeKalb in the second quarter? It's Corey Price, and the Price was right. He's in for a touchdown. DeKalb builds a 14-7 lead. No give up, though, in Garrett. Levi Follett to Craig Smith. They hooked up last week for a beautiful TD. They do it again in week 2, but it's DeKalb winning at Garrett 35-22 over the Railroaders. Down in Bern, South Adams, one of the teams to beat in the ACAC this year. Starfires ranked 4th in the 1A state poll. The Fighting Mosier's hosting Belmont, and it's James Arnold hooking up with Drew Stutzman. Stutzman broke out in the postseason last year. It's 7-0 South Adams on top, and there'll be more South Adams where that came from. You're going to see Arnold healthy, and the arm looks good to Braden Bixler, and Bixler is gone. You got to feel the burn down in South Adams territory as South Adams wins it over Belmont 56-21. After going on the road to beat Plymouth last week, East Noble not taking it easy in week 2. The Knights hosting a Mishawaka team ranked 7th in the state in 5A. 21-14 East Noble at the half, third quarter. They attempt the field goal, but you saw Mishawaka blocks it there. And then in the fourth quarter, Donovan Snider muscles in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion good. Mishawaka takes a 22-21 lead. But guess what? East Noble down, not out. Bailey Parker to Hayden Jones, the senior connection for a big first down. And you know what? If it worked once, why not try it again? Later on the drive, Jones with a touchdown. East Noble takes the lead there, and the Knights go on to upset Mishawaka 34-29. East Noble with 2 nice wins to start the season. Let's go to Craig Baum Field. Huntington North looking for the first win of the Bob Prescott era. The Vikings hosting Jay County, and you know what? When he can run the football, this is going to help. Lawson Shear would pick up 24 yards. He's taken down at the 35. Next play, we saw Devin Newcomb scoop 99 yards for a touchdown on a kickoff return last week against Warsaw. This time, 35 yards on a carry. The kid can play some hoops as well, and he's got Huntington North up 7-0. Huntington North, oh, they weren't done. Prescott squad looking good. You're going to see Jackson Holzinger, and Holzinger would find pay dirt here for the Vikings. The Bob Prescott era picks up its first win with a 56-0 win over the Jay County Patriots. After traveling all the way to Hammond-Gavitt last week, Columbia City at home this week at the Birdcage, taking on Central Noble. Second quarter action. It's Greg Bolt, the sophomore gunslinger, to Michael Sievers, and Sievers has got some moves. Big first down here. He would be dropped at the 13, so Columbia City in the red zone, already up 21-0. And then it's Bolt for the touchdown. The sophomore giving Columbia City a 28-0 lead. Third quarter now. Columbia City at the 41. It's Kieran Gillis. That's a first down. And then Bolt to Gillis again. Watch Gillis's feet as he just does get in for the touchdown. Great concentration from Gillis as Columbia City now off to a 2-0 start with a 35-8 win. After a 47-0 win Friday at Jay County, last Friday I should say, Norwell getting some votes in the 3A state poll. The Knights tie for 21st as they took on Heritage. This partly why Max Ringer, the junior, with a touchdown in the first quarter, and it's 7-0 Norwell. Norwell, you saw him doing on offense. How about on special teams? This is Mason DeHoff, and Mason with a big pickup here. He would be down at the 2. Ringer would punch it in for a touchdown, and it's 14-0. Second quarter, how about some good things happening for Nico Tagulis' team? Cole Gerardo with the fumble recovery there, but you're going to see Eli Riley. Hold your hearts, girl. Eli's coming. This kid has started at quarterback since his freshman season. He's now a junior, and he's got nothing but daylight here on the touchdown. In Norwell, off to a nice 2-0 start. They win this one 49-7 against Heritage. Adams Central won 40-0 last week. Eastside won 44-0. So, something would have to give tonight up in Butler. Laban Davis taking over for Joe White this season. Kid's got some skills as well. He gets the touchdown, and Eastside stakes itself to a 7-zip lead. Dallas Schwaller also taking over for Adams Central at quarterback position. Some of the new guys getting things in. It's a 7-7 ball game. Then it's Blake Hirely, who went over 100 yards rushing last week, showing he can do it on defense with the pick there. Second quarter, it's Schwaller getting a little trickeration here to Joshua Moser, and he moseys his way on in as it's a victory for Adams Central, 21-14 at Eastside. Fresh off a Week 1 win against Northfield, Coach Kunks and the Tigers hosting Manchester. Bluffton's Kane Thornton with the end around, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Now, Bluffton has been known to have some good running backs. Everett Johnson had over 2,000 yards rushing last year. Cody Middlestead, one of the guys that's going to help take over. He picks up the first down right there for Bluffton, and then you're going to see Cody Kinsey. Always good to show some special teams here on the highlight zone. He boots one through, and Bluffton feeling pretty darn good as Bluffton goes on to beat Manchester. Your final in this one, 43-20. Our final high school football game of the night, new coach John Reedaboo. He won his Wawasee debut last week. Could he make it 2 in a row against West Noble? Well, this would be some beautiful defense. West Noble trying to move the ball in the air, but it's Ethan Garza coming up with a nice interception for Wawasee there. Still in the second quarter, you're going to see Wawasee take advantage. Parker Young with a 44-yard touchdown pass to Austin Baker. Extra point was blocked, but Wawasee still up 6-0. West Noble, they would not go quietly into that good night. Kyle Mayhorter to Kyler Brown, and he hits the pylon and is in as West Noble goes on to win 21-6. The Chargers now 2-0 on the season. We got more Highlight Zone, including your Week 2 Gem of the Night, coming up.
Welcome to Shields Field. The Gem of the Week is up next, and you're watching the Highlight Zone.
Welcome to the tailgate. We're the Eastside Blazers, and we're all in for Camo Night. Stay tuned for tonight's Play of the Week.
No, it is a play so bright, we call it the Gem of the Night. Thanks to our buddies at Peter Franklin Jewelers, we present you with your Week 2 Gem of the Night. And the honor? Well, it goes to, what else do you think it would be? Yes, that extra point PAT block, Reese Thomas from Snider with the timely block, and well, that essentially wrapped up the game win for Snider. As you can see the scoreboard in the background, this would have tied the game, but Reese Thomas doing it in the third phase of football. The special teams, Reese Thomas the block, Snider the win as they beat Carroll by 1 and get a little redemption from Week 2's 38-14 loss to the Chargers last season. What a way to close out Week 2 here on the Zone. Well, here are some key games for next week. Snider is at Concordia. Snider, of course, coming in at 2-0. Concordia 1-1 after tonight's loss to Homestead. DeKalb is at New Haven. The Barons off to a 2-0 start. Leo at Norwell. Both of those teams are 2-0 as Norwell will play its first home game of the 2019 season as they open up that beautiful new turf at the courtyard. Monroe Central at Adams Central. Both of those teams in the top 10 in the 1A state poll, and it's always a good one when Busco and Garrett battle in what are two of the top programs year in and year out in the NECC. Also, real quick, Purdue currently up on Nevada in the second quarter, 17-7, while the Tin Caps fall at home tonight by a final of 6-4. They'll be back in action tomorrow at 7:05. That does it for Week 2. See you next week.